welcome back to the Game Trailer Show. We're into the fourth part for the first half of November. We're going to be going over all of the games from the 13th to the 15th. And I have with myself here our other host, Jacklifear, and our guest this time around, Popskyy. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hey.
So we've already checked out from the first all the way to the 12th in our past three parts. But with this last one, we got a good chunk of games in here.
So
I'm excited.
But what are you excited for? Shitting on games? Because you said you were doing that all the time in the pre-show. And really, you've just had some kind things to say.
Listen, don't question my character here, all right? I do what I want.
Well, I don't have to question. I know you're a kind soul. So
don't tell people that.
You should see him when you get in a tickle fight with him.
Or a pillow fight.
A pillow fight, yes, that's what it was. Not a tickle fight, a pillow fight. And he's sharing all of his ear jam too.
Do you know the last thing?
Tickle fights are private.
When it comes to Popskyy, the last thing I tickled was his Bandcamp page at popskyy.bandcamp.com.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what I tickle. You know who else tickles? Not KDrac, but he's got something to say.
What? You told me to read it. Oh, read it out loud. So do you want me to start from the beginning again, or?
Very cool.
Very nice.
Nailed it, KDrac.
Nailed it.
Very proud of you.
So this first game is actually kind of interesting because, well, as you can see, it's a little bit of a horror game, but there's a little bit of some anime in here. It's called The Last Labyrinth, and this is a mouthful. This is a VR game. It's an Escape from the Mansion style game, and it's from the same people. I'm not even gonna say what part they worked on, but people from Last Guardian, Ico, Shadow of the Colossus, Gran Turismo 3 and 4, Monster Rancher, the Super Robot Wars series, Metal Gear Solid 5, and Sega Sensei 2 and 3 have people from those games are working on this game.
Oh.
So most of the time in escape games, you're in the VR game and you're escaping on your own. But this one emulates a two-person deal, so it kind of gives you something to emotionally invest in, which is a fantastic concept to this genre.
This looks kind of neat, actually. With all those people working on it, that's quite a lineup, to be honest.
The game itself is built for this generation worth of VR. So I think they've been working on like a concept that works for a while. And I think I'm hoping that like it does at least half decently well. So then they can go forward with it.
So I hope this becomes one of those games that's referenced for VR, because we need big names caring about that.
Spooky.
He just wants a candy bar.
Oh, she almost fell. Oh, sparks.
She almost died.
Monka.
And
Oh,
again.
jeez.
Only you can save me.
Well, that got dark fast. Doesn't look too bad. 2016. That's it.
So this game, called Wildermann, I played in its alpha when it was on itch.io. It's coming out on early access on Steam. And this game is essentially a story generator that is also generational, and it's just absolutely wonderful. Randomly generated heroes that you can name after your chat. Dozens of transformations of the hero as you go forward in their story until their retirement. 40 plus abilities with which you can use to customize in a kind of XCOM-esque combat, and procedurally generated maps and stories that go along with the overall arching strategy bit. This game is one I've been looking forward to for months. It looks fantastic.
Looks good.
They nailed the art style for this.
Yeah,
For
I like the
just trying to,
Crayola effect.
yeah, just for something that can be pulled apart and say, yeah, that's this game.
So
Sadly, I think it could be easily emulatable, but yeah.
Yeah.
I would say that too, but the deal about it though is the way that they approach the stories and those comic-esque type things. It's the type of things where you do something as a story and the next generation will use that as the legends and it will influence future parts of the story. And
Hey,
we're
Jack,
talking
when I
over
say cube-
generations.
When I say cubes, what do you think of?
Nice.
Minecraft, right?
Voxel.
Minecraft?
Yeah,
Cubes,
okay.
Voxels.
Yeah.
When you see that art style, are people going to say that game?
Gotcha. Now I get what you mean.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be. It's just gonna be easy emulatable. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all. I gotcha.
But when it comes down to games that they know when they have something and they keep running with it, and when like the fans keep saying we want more of it, they go back and they remaster Age of Empires 2, and they make a brand new soundtrack for it. They scale everything to 4K, new content even for the game too as well, like brand new content. So if you've played this already, this is going to be like even better now for you. It's not just going back and playing the old stuff. There's a brand new part of the game.
This is how you do a definitive edition.
Yeah.
It's nothing like Mario is Missing definitive edition.
Whenever I played this game, I would just always cheat and put like the monster trucks or whatever in the game. Oh, it's on Game Pass. Nice.
Game Pass is excellent. Hey, if you want
Yes,
to play
it
Outer
is.
Worlds for $1, I think you still can.
Such a good deal.
And you'll be able to even play this too, or Age of Empires 2 on there too as well. This game actually got delayed. It was supposed to come out on the earlier of the month, but this is Blacksad, Under the Skin. 30 different characters in a 1950s field game. It's an investigative narrative game with gameplay combining investigations, puzzles, quick-time events, and multiple choice dialogue.
I just hope you prove your professional.
End up seeing it as what, like Wolf Among Us?
My job.
Yeah, I was just thinking
Yeah.
that.
A rising star from Joe Dunn's boxing gym.
This looks alright.
From an old comic book series too. Oh, that's cool.
I'll click
The
that.
idea of a good old missing person investigation raised my spirits. But my excitement was about
Yeah,
to
I'm
be
about
put
that.
out like a cigarette, and my morale put to the test. You're a good man, Blacksad.
So good, in fact, he's pointing a gun at your face.
To complete my job, shortcuts
And I-
existed in the crime world.
I love the facial expressions they're utilizing in this.
Mm-hmm.
Did I really want to go down the path that put men behind bars? I'm gonna kill you!
This looks awesome.
There's no marketing on this too.
I can't figure out how I'm still here.
It did get delayed, so I'm thinking that maybe they're trying to hopefully do it for marketing. We'll see what happens. Don't know.
But I'm just saying that something that good should have been marketed for months. You know what I mean?
Oh, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, your game of the show right here.
Do you watch this?
Absolutely not.
My wife watched every season so far. And
You know, I only got one thing to say about this game.
Go ahead.
It's a realistic. It has realistic 3D models to help you judge whether you have caught a handsome and expensive male, a protected female, or a baby.
you know what's really funny about that line is? That's all they
Using it
talk
out of
about in the
context?
show. Look at this hall. Is this a male, a female? Oh, it's a female. The drama is it has to go back.
The drama. I bet they play like that one metal instrument.
Oh my god,
Just like make it sound really worse.
that looks like an absolutely terrifying situation, a terrifying scene in Half-Life 2 when the head crabs just come out.
This game will hopefully be early access for only 4 to 6 months. It just got out of a Kickstarter for 15 grand just in October, and the game was announced and pretty much almost identical to the trailer we just saw back in 2018.
Nice.
Sorry, was that a stab at that?
What are you talking about? Just because you have a big name doesn't mean you have to invest in the game.
Of course not.
Hide and seek, and then bullets. Remember, guys, hide and seek, bam, bam, bam.
We have Dominance. It's going to be eight different characters with different play styles with their actives and passives, with a multiplayer online portion of the game too as well. So very much could see this being a mobile game, but we'll see what happens. So I think it's another battle royale type game there.
But
we love those.
Well, I'll be honest, I love the top-down versions of them more than the FPS versions. I've learned that. It just feels a lot more accessible.
Yeah, I get that. But there's a lot of these games.
They're the Animal Battle Royale, or Animal Royale is a really cool one, actually. Just simple and fun. So.
Peggy 16.
Paranoia, happiness is mandatory. Tactical combat system with an active pause inspired by classic CRPG games.
I thought you said tentacle combat.
That's okay, tentacle combat.
Experiencing disorientation or memory loss.
This
is a
game,
normal side effect of the cloning process.
Their advertising, I'm just gonna say right now, does not do the great job of explaining what the game is. Even if you go to the Epic store page, because it is an Epic game, it doesn't really do a great job of what the game is, because it's so full of their own canon fluff. You don't know what you're getting yourself into. So if you're into a game that you just want to be enveloped by its universe, this is one of those games.
You will be securely and safely terminated.
So the little bit I see is something XCOM?
That's what I understand, but supposedly you can fast forward and rewind your fights too as well.
If you are not happy, you will be adjusted. Only traders are unhappy.
You know what the other marketing style that I've seen for a game like this? We Happy Few.
Yeah, We Happy Few, you didn't really know what you were getting yourself into either. Until you actually kind of got into it.
But then again, you know, that's easier to get people to buy into the atmosphere of the game, and then it's more difficult to do a refund than not buy it.
Nope, I agree. I
said it was going to be on Steam.
Probably in the future.
Yeah, imagine.
We have Some Distant Memory. It's a non-violent, character-driven story soundtrack done by the same person that made music for Kingdoms New Lands and Kingdoms Two Crowns. So, and that's Toy Tree. Nailed it.
You got it. Proud of you.
I'm proud of you, Morag. You'll get your check in the mail.
I'm just gonna put the name in chat. How about that? There we go. Have fun, chat.
That said, the music is beautiful and atmospheric. So it looks like this is a kind of point-and-click adventure. Interesting.
This music, though. I'm all about it.
Agreed.
Dude, we just went Super Saiyan.
It looked like you. That was weird.
Morag, why are you going Super Saiyan in this game?
I am not a Saiyan. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's okay. It's just some distant memory.
Name drop.
I know. I'm proud.
Next game, Popskyy actually want to make sure was in the in here.
This game, man.
I cannot wait.
Sparklight.
I've only found this game like a couple days ago, and I'm just jazzed to play it.
So, Sparklight, procedurally generated world inspired by Rogue Legacy, Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past. If you love these, you'll love Sparklight. Legend of Zelda, Moonlighter, Stardew Valley, and Iconoclast.
Show a trailer.
Wait,
I don't care.
it's an
Click.
iconoclast, and they
Is that
iconoclast, and they have the wrench too as well in there too as well. Funny. Next is The Curious Tale of the Stolen Pet VR game. Solve light puzzles using your hands, grip, push, drop,
Don't touch
and
me.
spin techniques.
Don't touch me.
Don't touch me.
From what I understand, if you ever played like the Grow games, the Grow web flash games from years ago, pretty much that.
Beautiful art.
Not
Very much.
Not my type of game here.
I could say like I think my niece and nephews would love this.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, this is definitely more for children. But that said, if I had, a little child over playing this game, I'd watch it because it is beautiful. Except that boy is creepy. Is that boy? Actually, I shouldn't be assumptive. That child is creepy.
Don't think it was a child either, but
I don't
Was
think
it a child?
good work. It was not a child.
That thing, human being.
Whoa, there you
Person.
go. All right, let's
Yeah,
just next trailer's playing.
I for anyone out there offended, I am sorry. For anyone not offended,
Hey.
I tried.
Do you like sandbox games where you actually get to play with toys that you were never given to as a child?
Well,
Like
I'm hearing
like
resentment
wooden-
in your voice right now.
like wooden. Oh no. This is. I was trying to.
Bad experience with trains.
No, relate with people because you never know. People might not have had the game that they wanted to play with that they saw in the Sears catalog during Christmas. They're like, Santa, please get this for me, and then they didn't show up Christmas morning, and
Or
then they
you
went over
could
to their
be-
friend's house, and they saw it there.
You know what? Maybe you could be the father that bought that for his kids, and the first thing they did is took their crayons and all of their markers and drew all over the nice, beautiful wood to make it red, orange, green, and purple.
That's awesome. It's drawable. They made it their own. I'm pretty sure Nintendo has tried to do that with their own system too as well.
And then the older one used it made a club out of 3 pieces and whacked the younger kid. Yeah.
Oh.
You guys
Oh.
like bass?
No,
I don't
I didn't
know.
use that trailer.
Where do you
Oh,
find
okay.
base?
That one.
Where do you find base?
So we have Biker Garage, Mechanic Simulator. This game, 10 motorcycles, repairing, painting, auction system, drive bikes, and even racing. And we are not using their launch trailer because they turned up the bass to like 14 and added distortion, and they probably cranked that right off their whatever hardware they were using, and you couldn't even tell what was going on in the trailer at that point. It was awful.
That said,
It's disorienting.
Later, I'll put that trailer on Discord for you if you want to see it. But yeah.
that said, I do like. I mean, I'm not a big mechanic, but it's really cool to watch people who love doing this stuff do the mechanic simulator.
Yeah. They had the My Summer Car or whatnot was another one that did really well too.
Okay,
Oh, this trailer's god tier.
trailer's so good. This trailer is so good. So new Pokemon Sword and Shield game coming on out. Toby Fox just announced that he made a song for the game, and the song was posted, so you can actually go listen to it now.
It's a jam. I might play this. There's so many of these games that it's kind of gotten ridiculous, but
And I guess most of the game's been leaked too as well right now.
yeah. That's what I've heard.
next we have a game that is hard to research generally because its name is Power. Imagine Googling that one.
Power and the word game. And
Yeah.
then PC. It doesn't really work very well. But hey, it supports VR, procedurally generated destructible environments and terrain, and weapons, jetpacks, and explosions. And from what I understand, they're also trying to make this esports ready as well, too.
Hey, Popskyy,
Yeah.
how's your esports needs?
Don't need it.
Okay.
Don't want it.
That said, this
But
is
come on.
fast. This reminds me of Tribes.
Yeah,
A little bit, yeah.
definitely going like tribes, but like being able to destroy terrain should be pretty cool.
That looks actually a
Oh my god, it's 3D Worms Tribes. That's a logo I
Oh,
can get
gorillas.
behind.
No, what was it? Not gorillas. Total Destruction. Oh man, DOS game.
guerrilla warfare.
Scorched Earth.
Scorched Earth. Thank you.
Oh, there.
Oh, hey, more trains.
Hey,
Yeah.
you want to bring up some traumatic experiences in this one, or we
Hey,
good?
I just want to say banger alert.
Oh, I didn't even get to talk about with that last train game. That's been on our list for like 3 months, and it just keeps getting pushed forward and forward and forward. It kept getting delayed, but it's finally out. And then this one barely has any information on its page, and it might not even come out. But we'll see what happens. But they're aiming for this to other people that like train games, so like mobile train games and whatnot. There's a bunch. There's actually a market for it too as well. But yeah, if you like those, you'll probably like this.
I'll be honest, I love the minimalistic approach on this.
Yeah, it looks nice. It looks very Game Boy-esque.
9 campaigns, and there's going to be Steam Workshop integration as well too.
So
That's pretty cool.
chat, I have a warning. Next trailer may be good, and the one after it might look familiar. So
I don't know if I'm sold on this game yet.
the preview I saw made me appreciate it.
It looks super sick.
Who are you people? Okay, shut that thing off.
I pressed too soon for those ones, but all the links are in chat. I want this to be a solid game.
I do
But we'll
too.
see what happens.
I hope it
Have
is.
a common enemy and a common cause.
If this is on Origin Access, I'll probably play it day one.
But EA said that they're pushing their games over to Steam now.
Yeah.
And on top of that, you can even do the EA Access through Steam as well. But it's probably going to be the same way, where you still need to have Origin installed as well too.
Yeah.
So you're just buying the license through Steam, you're going to hit go, it's going to open up Origin, and then you're going to actually play it there. And somehow people still enjoy that. You know, it works, but you know.
It's just
I don't get the hypocrisy of it.
It's another like title added to their Steam library.
Yeah.
It's more work.
It is, but let's not get into it here.
I will get into this.
But that said, this trailer is showing a lot of shiny stuff. And even though you might not be able to hear the voices all that well, there's a lot of talking. But
Clean trailer, to be honest.
Feel the force
good trailer,
on
though.
Xbox One.
Toasty
good
nailed
trailer.
it, though. Give me a new Jedi Academy.
Well, that's coming out on Switch soon.
Yeah, it is.
Well, it's a re-release, but
So, has anybody been on Twitch over the last good while and seen some unusual bits in chat? Because, you know, maybe you shouldn't resist giving the bonus bits, because this is Terminator Resistance. Yeah, it's, I've never played a Terminator game, but this is apparently when it's the Great Terminator War later on.
the Future War.
The Future War.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm sorry, the War Against the Machines.
it's
I
pretty much
don't I don't remember much of my Terminator trivia, but it looks like a pretty cool Terminator game. It just looks like a good game in general, but we'll see what happens when we actually get our hands on it and get to play it. Because there's been other games that just look fantastic.
Like Wolfenstein Youngblood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting data. It turns
So,
out you're part of a prestigious
I know
group
the developer
of
for this
people
game
that Skynet marked
Okay.
for termination.
isn't very good. They made that Rambo game
Oh.
a while back, so my hopes for this game are
Rayon?
very, very low.
Treon Entertainment. Let's see here. What else have Treon made?
Wait, is Treon the one that did the epic alien game with the AI problem?
No.
No, that was
Okay.
Gearbox.
That was
Yeah.
Gearbox. Okay.
They've made a ton of
Treon.
games, but it's not a ton of good games. There's a lot of shovelware. A crap load of shovelware.
Do you
The
know what
Rambo
though?
game is just awful.
Morag, you don't have to research anymore because it's time for Quest. This game's entering early access for 3 to 6 months. And 1 fully playable class, 60 maps, 30 quests, and 3 full characters planned.
whoa, what is this? Like,
Now,
the words are sick, and then it cuts to this game, and you're just like, oh,
It's
Yep.
this trailer very much is they went over to a site that sells these assets, and then they put words onto it, and then pushed out the trailer.
oh
So-
no.
They didn't even use it nicely.
now here's something important: is many of these visual effects on the game itself. I did extra research with like gameplay trailers and such. They're just putting effects on the game just to try to sell the game, even though that's not what it looks like in game.
He entered a world of metal through and through. Shadows moved above
And-
This is cute. Look at that little
What were
guy.
they getting into?
Popskyy, would you say he's woven?
In a soft world of
Is that the name of the game?
That's the name
Yep.
of the game. It's a bad
Oh
name.
god. Oh god.
This game, I think, has some potential. The real reason why I say this is I played another game that was very much kind of looked like this, and my goodness, I put so many hours into it. But again, like, it has some good animations in it, some half decent ones. They have some amazing theming that they're trying to hit up here.
That was by no means
The trailer,
an ordinary moon, suspended in the sky, so
they're trying.
close it could almost be caressed.
Well, it's important to note, the notes here say that the entire story is narrated and fully voiced. So this is maybe what the gameplay's like.
The gameplay, from what I understand, is going to be more
Now,
attuned to
what
like
is
a
this metal machine doing
3D,
here? Looking
like
this all wrong.
I'm not going to say like
The
Mario
machine came to
64,
life. It
but
was
that's the
made for
feeling I'm
knitting.
getting.
With the right pattern, glitch
Oh, you get to
Not
make your own
directly
little guy.
like it.
fitting.
That's cool.
That's so
Why
sick.
would a machine containing a stuffy knitting pattern be here?
Oh, and the whole thing is told through
Was there a
rhymes.
connection with all these knitting machines
Oh, okay.
here? Ah,
That's
a
kind of
new
cool.
shape could have other abilities.
That's kind of like Grunty and Banjo Kazooie. Did rhymes the entire time.
Gotcha. So, and the narrator just said different shapes would have
Useful,
different abilities
I'm
and
sure.
such. So, that's cool. So, your patterns essentially give you the keys to unlock content.
Yeah.
It should be pretty nifty, though. I think it should be good.
I like how the one elephant was camouflaging to the terrain. Wonder
Yeah.
if that plays into it.
As long as this game doesn't feel too empty, I think it'd be good.
That's a lock I never
'Cause there
want
was
to
a
put a
lot-
key in.
There was a lot of empty-looking space in that game.
I get that.
Such a cute trailer, though.
An epic tale awaits you.
Epic. There's that word.
Epic.
There's that word.
Is that an epic
Under
exclusive?
you! Danger! Now move! Both of you!
Link is in the chat, just up a little bit.
Yeah, that seems alright.
Popskyy, we have reached the end of the show. I mean, we have the after show afterwards
Yay.
if you're watching our Twitch channels. Maybe we'll come up on the stuff later, but for now, the big question is, did you enjoy yourself?
I did. Had a good time.
Nice. I'm happy for you. Anything you'd like to say to anyone out there regarding your content, where they can find you or what they can buy?
You can buy my music off popskyy.bandcamp.com. You can listen to it on Spotify. Just search up Popskyy. You can find me streaming sometimes on twitch.tv/Popskyy. And that's pretty much it, yeah.
Nice.
Follow me on Twitter, Popskyy on there.
All right. I can say I've been streaming some Minecraft Build to Goat server on my channel lately and going back to First Look soon. What are you doing, Morag, quickly?
I've been playing some Autonauts, some Final Fantasy 14,
Yeah.
and I want to play some more Noida, and I want to play some Rise to Ruin, and I think out of everything on this list, I definitely want to check out this coming up. Probably Blacksad.
Blacksad's
great.
I think that's all our picks right now. That said, coolest trailer was the Pokemon one. That one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just love that one.
That was
so
just
good.
fan service.
Yeah.
Like, so hard.
But my pick of the show, Wildermyth. I'm still looking forward to that. Anyway, that's what we got. That's part 4. See you guys here for the 3rd Saturday of November, where we will look at more trailers and such. Have a good night.